Now moving towards the main part of this project, that is data analysis and data visualization. Here we will analyze the all variables or all columns one by one and see the outcome. First of all, we will have a look at our data frame again. Data.head function I will use. It will show top 5 records with the column names. Now we have a function known as unique function. The unique function is used to show all the unique values present in any column. So we will use this on our column churn. How to use this function? First of all, we have to consider the column from our data frame. As you all know, to consider any column, we have to write our data frame name first, then square brackets, and inside these square brackets, we have to pass our column name as we have to consider churn column. So I will pass this churn column. Here you have to notice one thing, that you have to pass the correct spelling here. You cannot pass capital C here because it will show error. Then after considering the column, we have to use unique function like this. When I run this, it will show all the unique values of this column churn. Here the output is in the form of a 1D array. It is showing false and true, means in this column there are two values, true and false. Now if you want to check the count of these two unique values in this column, then we can use a very important function which is known as value counts. How to use this function? Again we have to consider the column churn like this, and then we have to use value counts on this. Value counts. We will save our output of this command in our variable name A. You can give any variable name to this. When I print A, then it will show the output like this. In this output, we can notice that the false is present 2850 times, while true is present 483 times in this column. Means the churned customer are 483 while the non-churned customer are 2850. It is also showing the data type of this output. It is in integer format. These are the comments for your reference. We can also check the percentage of the churned customer using this simple calculation. This is 483 means churned customer 483. We will divide this with our total number of customer that we have is 3333, and we will multiply this by 100 to get the percentage. When I run this, it will show the output like 14.49, means about 15% customers have churned. We will modify this. First of all, we will convert to string format this output. It is converted to string as it is represented by these quotes. We can also add the sign of percentage after this value using string concatenation plus then quotes means string, and inside the string we can pass percentage sign, and when I run this it will show the output like this 14.49, and at last we have percentage, and this output is in string format. You can read these comments for your understanding. Now we will come back to our this function value counts, where we have the output A. If we check the type of A, then we can use simple type function, and inside this function we can type A. It is showing the output as pandas.core.series, means this output is in our series format. Now we will do the visualization of for this column using donut chart and using the count plot. First of all, let's see what is this donut chart. The donut chart is a modified pie chart. As you all know what is a pie chart. Donut chart is a modified form of this pie chart with an area from the center which is cut out. We will see this, then we will do some coding for this. Okay. Now first of all, using matplotlib library, we will draw a simple pie chart, and the syntax will be plt means our matplotlib library dot pie function to draw the pie chart. Inside this pie function, we will use different parameters as per our requirement. First of all, we have to pass our data that we want to consider to draw this chart. We have to consider this data that we got from value counts, and we have saved this in a variable a, so I can simply write a here. It will take out this data of true and false and these two values 2850 and 483. Now I will run this code after writing each parameter one by one. When I run this, it will draw a simple basic pie chart like this. Now we will modify this. First of all, the data is taken from the variable a as I did here, and now we will pass the labels to this pie chart, and the parameter will be labels equal to, we have to pass the labels as churned and not churned because there are two values, not churned. Second is we have churned. I will run this again. You can see the not churned customers are represented here by blue color, while the churned customer are represented by orange color. Labels are green as churned and not churned. Now we will pass our third parameter, colors, to give the colors of our choice. So we have to choose two colors. I can choose first orange, and second we can choose any color like lime. Okay, the color is given to each label, orange and lime. Orange is given to non-churned, while lime color is given to churned customer. I will run this again. The color has been changed. Moving to our next parameter. Next parameter we have is start angle. Start angle I am passing here as 50. When I run this, you can see the direction of this chart has now changed like this. Earlier it was in below direction, now it is in upper direction. The start angle means the angle for slicing, and we have set it as 50 here. Next parameter we can use is shadow. Shadow, as it is clear by its name, it will give some shadow to our chart. Shadow equal to true I have to pass. When I run this, there is a little shadow below this circle or below this pie chart. Shadow is true means it will drop some shadow of the chart. Next parameter we have is radius of the circle. I will pass 2 here. When I run this, then you can see size of the chart now increased, means the radius is increased. The radius of the circle is set as 2. Next parameter we can use is explode. Explode equal to, here we have to pass in brackets, like suppose I pass 0.0.2. When I run this, let's see what is the difference. You can see this slice of churned customers now cut out. So this is the use of explode. Explode is used to cut the slice out of the figure. Next parameter we can use is auto PCT, and here I can give, this is default quotes, percentage and 1.2, and F double percentage and quotes closed. Okay, now when I run this, you can see it is showing now percentage for each level, 14.49 and 85.51 for non-churn customer. Auto PCT is used to show the percentage on the chart up to the required decimal points. Okay, you can change the decimal points from here. I have used 1.2. You can use any value as per your requirement. Next parameter we can use is PCT distance. PCT distance I am setting here as 0.75. This is our chart. When I run this after including the PCT distance parameter, then this is the output. PCT distance is given for distance of percentage from the center. Earlier, if you notice, this percentage was somewhere around here near the center, but as I gave PCT distance is equal to 0.75, this percentage have moved some far away from the center. Okay. Now moving to the second part of this chart, we will create a circle here using the matplotlib library plt.circle, and inside this we will pass some other parameters. First of all, I will pass 0, 0. We are using plt.circle to draw or to create a circle, and we will save this in a variable name circle. Here we have to pass capital C. Okay, now I have put 0, 0 by default. Second parameter, I have to use the radius of the circle. I am using radius as 1. Next, we have to choose the color for our circle. So I can use color equal to white. I am giving white color. So using plt.circle function, I have created a circle and saved this in a variable which is named as circle. Okay. Now we will have another variable also here, C, and in this variable we will use plt.gcf function. What is this? plt.gcf function is used to get the current figure, and we are saving it in the variable C here. Okay. The second part is also complete. Moving to our third part. Now we will add this circle inside this pie chart. How can we do? First of all, we have to use our variable this C dot. Here we have to use GCA function dot add artist function, and inside this add artist function we have to use this variable circle that we created in our second step. Okay, we can also give the title to our donut chart using matplotlib plt dot title, and I can give title as churned versus non-churned customer. Okay. Now we will use plt.show to get the figure. Run this, then it will show the output like this as per our requirement. This is the title of our donut chart. These are the labels, churned and non-churned. These are the percentage, and this is the white circle that we have used, and the colors are as per our choice. So that's how we can create a donut chart with pie chart